Sometimes all you need is one night.
Maybe you should come over, Paul.
What?
Maybe you should come on over.
Sure. Now?
Yeah?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies that take place over one night. For this list, we're looking at movies in which the majority of the action takes place over the course of a single night.
Go!
If a film briefly sets up the events of the evening throughout the afternoon, or only comes to a conclusion the morning after, we will still consider it.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you waste Cyrus?
No reason.
What matters most is that each of these films centers around one truly unforgettable night.
Did none of you deduce that the others were involved too?
Number 10. Clue.
Well, what are you afraid of? A fate worse than death?
No, just death.
Paramount definitely rolled the dice on this one. Based on the iconic murder mystery board game, the film version takes place in a lavish New England mansion, as a collection of suspicious dinner guests tries to figure out who killed their host, Mr. Body.
Why was Mr. Body pretending to be dead? It could only be because he realized that his scheme had misfired, and the gunshot was intended to kill him, not me.
Considered a cult classic, this film ups the urgency by compressing the investigation into a single evening. As the drama unfolds, the tensions rise and the bodies start to pile up. Everybody begins to wonder if they will make it till morning.
Maybe he wasn't dead.
He was.
We should have made sure. How? By cutting his head off, I suppose. That wasn't called for.
In a unique marketing move, and one that remained true to the game, the film's ultimate denouement could play out in a variety of different ways, with theaters receiving one of 3 versions of the film, each with a different ending.
Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth. I congratulate you.
Number 9. Locke. Making a good movie doesn't need to be complicated. Just stick Tom Hardy in a car for 2 hours with nothing but his brooding stares and a cell phone. Well, that's the gist of this nighttime thriller.
When I left the site just over 2 hours ago, I had a job, a wife, a home. And now I have none of those things.
Successful construction foreman Ivan Locke must juggle work, infidelity, and his family over the phone as he drives through the night from Birmingham to London.
I have made a decision. There is nobody else who could be with her. Okay, she has no friends in London, and is quite a fragile person.
This unique chamber play takes place entirely within the confines of Locke's car, with all conversation occurring over the phone.
If the concrete at the base of my building is not right, if it slips half an inch, cracks appear. Right, if cracks appear, then they will grow and grow.
The nighttime setting of the film doubles as a metaphor for the personal darkness that is slowly enveloping Locke as he makes the drive. A slow cruise at midday wouldn't have been nearly as effective.
I'll explain when I'm not driving.
Number 8. Cloverfield.
Hey, did you guys see that? Did you guys just see that?
They call it the city that never sleeps, and for good reason. This found footage thriller takes place in, you guessed it, New York City. As a monster tears the place apart, a group of friends races against the odds on a daring rescue mission. In true J.J. Abrams fashion, the film weaves a tense narrative around the carnage and mayhem of a city under siege.
Do you guys know what it is out there? Do you know what that thing is?
No, they ain't telling me. Whatever it is, it's winning.
As the landmarks begin to crumble and darkness sets in, the characters find themselves wondering if they will ever see another sunrise. Word of advice, if you're ever in NYC, maybe steer clear of an overnight battle with a world-conquering alien megamonster.
Oh, God. Those aren't gonna hit us, are they? Oh, my God, they hit it! They just hit it right now! You guys, they just hit it!
Number 7. Night of the Living Dead.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Bloody murder coupled with a black leading man. Not exactly typical when it came to films of the 1960s. Then again, George A. Romero is anything but ordinary. The director's iconic film is more than just your standard zombie flick. It is the zombie flick.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Trapped in a farmhouse and surrounded by a swarm of reanimated corpses, A group of strangers must work together to ensure their survival.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Over the course of the night, things go from bad to worse, with the kind of graphic violence the world has come to expect from Romero. Subversive, bold, and uninhibited, this movie utilizes the darkness of the night to heighten the suspense and the terror.
They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
Number 6. Collateral.
You killed him? No, I shot him. Bullets in the fall killed him.
Nobody knows how to shoot Los Angeles at night quite like Michael Mann, and this film is no exception. For taxi driver Max, it was just another night making the rounds. That is, until he picked up Vincent, a contract killer hell-bent on ensuring his targets don't make it till morning.
Millions of galaxies of hundreds of millions of stars and a speck on one in a blink. That's us, lost in space. A cop, you, me. Who notices?
Being able to cram this much action into a single evening is what makes this film a standout. As the night rolls along, a new, beautifully choreographed action sequence is seemingly around every corner. Weaving itself through many different parts of the city, the film truly emulates the feeling of being a cabbie in nighttime LA. That being said, a typical taxi ride doesn't usually involve this much bloodshed.
First time in LA?
No. Tell you the truth, whenever I'm here, I can't wait to leave.
Number 5. The Warriors.
Warriors, come out to play.
Ah, beautiful New York City. Times Square, Coney Island, and gang members murdering each other in the streets. In this 70s cult classic, a gang must fight their way across the city after being falsely accused of killing the magnetic leader of the Big Apple's largest gang.
There he is! That's him! That's the warrior! He shot Cyrus!
He made you crazy. I didn't do nothing.
Being pursued by every tough guy in town, the men must keep their heads on a swivel if they wish to make it until morning.
We're marching down to the next station, right through these lame f***s territory. Now let's move.
The overnight setting of the film plays like a ticking time bomb, with the characters well aware that if they don't make it home by sunrise, it's going to go off. Next time someone asks you to come out and play, maybe it's best if you just stay home.
When we see the ocean, we figure we're home. We're safe.
This time you got it wrong.
Number 4. American Graffiti.
Hey, what do you say, Kurt? Last night in town, you guys gonna have a little bash before you leave?
T-birds, drive-ins, and rock and roll. Welcome to California in the 60s. This movie follows a group of teenagers as they cruise around the city discussing life, girls, and their impending futures.
Why is it every girl that comes around here is ugly? Or has a boyfriend?
For high school grads Kurt and Steve, this night may very well be the last in their hometown. The film pulls off the impressive task of making audiences care about a cast of characters based solely on one night with them.
I just wanted to tell you that Bobby here is madly in love with you and trembles at the sight of your rippling bicep.
Shot on a shoestring budget, this period piece went on to gross over $200 million, was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, and in the 90s, was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. Not bad for a single evening in Modesto.
Someone wants me. Someone roaming the streets wants me. Will you turn the corner?
Number 3. After Hours.
I don't want anything. I just want to sit here. Is that okay?
Have you ever had a really bad night? Well, in this Scorsese comedy, an innocuous word processor experiences the worst night of his life.
If you'd known what I've been through tonight, you'd know that the last thing I want to do is steal from somebody.
Seemingly trapped in the Manhattan neighborhood of Soho, Paul Hackett's evening goes from bad to worse as he attempts to make it home in one piece.
Why don't you just go home?
Pal, I've been asking myself that one all night long.
Audiences can feel the urgency in Hackett's character as he fights the kinds of demons that only come out after dark. The night appears to grow more sinister at every turn, elevating the tension as Hackett just can't seem to escape his surroundings.
What do you want from me? What have I done? Just a word processor, for Christ's sake!
Scorsese makes the most of the nighttime setting, turning the Soho streets and alleys into a never-ending maze.
probably get blamed for that.
Number 2, Before Sunrise.
I met a guy on the train and I got off with him in Vienna. We're still there.
To be young and in Europe. After meeting on a train coming from Budapest, Jesse and Celine decide to spend the evening together walking around the city.
So listen, here's the deal. This is what we should do. You should get off the train with me here in Vienna and come check out the town.
What?
Come on, it'll be fun.
As the night unfolds, the two 20-somethings begin to realize that their feelings for one another are much stronger than they could have ever anticipated.
What's so cool is that this whole evening, all our time together, shouldn't officially be happening.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why this feels so otherworldly.
The film is striking in that it compresses an epic love story into a single night. Richard Linklater has you caring so deeply for these two lovebirds that by the end, all you want is for their time together to last a little longer. Not surprising when you consider that this is the same guy who gave us Dazed and Confused.
I love those redheads, man.
I know you.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You ain't bringing all them people in here. No, they're involved in something. Someone's chasing them. They got weapons. And look, that one's bleeding.
We're in a different reality here.
Yeah, we're in a different reality because the reality where I am from, my best friend didn't sleep with my wife.
I hope that was an empty bottle, George. You can't afford to waste good liquor. Not on your salary, not on an associate professor's salary.
Champagne for my real friends. And real pain for my sham friends.
Cheers.
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 You three.
Thank you. See, what I tell you, Angela?
Number 1, Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
No movie is perfect, but Die Hard is pretty damn close. Set in a Los Angeles high-rise, a group of German mercenaries masquerade as terrorists in order to pull off a daring heist.
I wanted this to be professional, efficient, adult, cooperative, not a lot to ask. Alas, your Mr. Takagi did not see it that way, so he won't be joining us for the rest of his life.
Standing in their way is a shoeless Bruce Willis, armed only with a machine gun and a truckload of sarcasm.
I'm very sorry, Hans. I didn't get that message. Maybe you should have put it on the bulletin board.
Whereas other action flicks take their time, spreading out fight sequences over days, weeks, or even years, Die Hard packs the heat into just one night.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Endlessly quotable, this film jams so much intensity into a single evening, you'd think you died and went to action movie heaven. The nighttime setting illuminates Nakatomi Plaza, highlighting it as the battleground for one of the greatest action movies ever made.
Happy trails, Hans.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite movie that takes place over one night?
Do you believe in Humpty Dumpty? No. Do you believe in Santa Claus? No. Nor do I.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.